Question 52, write as a single logarithm. Single logs have what coefficient?
1. So
1, so move those coefficients. Alright, so this would be log base b of v to the 6th power plus log base b of q to the 3rd.
Let's be honest, we both know that's multiplication.
Thank you. You're going to make me tear up here. Okay, I'm glad that you are going to multiply those two together. So we'd have log base b of v to the 6th, q to the 3rd. Alright, what kind of test are we taking on Tuesday? Multiple choice. Okay, it will be on the computer, which is the only difference, but it's the same type of thing.
So will we get our,
We will know your grades very quickly.
so we will see them the day we take it?
I don't know how soon you will see them. We usually have a discussion about whether there should be a curve kind of thing. And so we look at all the grades before we release them. But we will have the grades instantaneously.
Will you show us?
Instantaneously or simultaneously? So you could
I could actually, this is interesting, doing it this way, I can watch in live time who's getting things right and wrong. I could actually have a screen up and watch who's getting different questions right.
Can you give us a hint?
No, but I'll be back at my desk going, ooh, no, man, wish you wouldn't have done that. You know, that kind of thing.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I'll be like, yes!
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, we know you can change our screen.
Will it tell us if we get it wrong?
No, it will not tell you anything.
Will you get a notification if we change screens?
I don't think you'll be able to, like, from what I've been told.
Hey, can we use the graph to automatically fail?
So, sure, no problem. Take a look at this question 59. Notice that I had to get common denominators, and then one of the fractions needed to be changed because it was missing a w minus 4. And then, of course, I was able to take the 6 and distribute it and add any like terms. So I know somebody had asked about this question before. Just want to make sure that you see what I would have done to answer the question. Anybody know what the restrictions would be? Just curious.
X not equal plus or minus 4.
Plus or minus 4, that's true. Those are the...
Plus or minus 4.
Wait, no.
16 would be okay. It's 4 and negative 4 that cause the problems. Okay? Now you had asked about question 7.
Yeah, I know, it's really
It doesn't matter. The answer key is wrong. Alright? So on
I
question
just need
7,
to know how to go about it.
we use this little trick, b squared over 4a. Alright?
Is that number Salem?
7, yes.
Salem?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so b squared over 4a, this gives me 64. And just out of curiosity, I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that if you were to be asked to actually factor that, hopefully you would all get x minus 8, or x minus 8 quantity squared. Yes?
Okay, so I did it a different way, but I'm not sure if I should be doing it that way or I can do it my way. I did negative 15 and I divided it by 2, I got negative 8, and then I squared it, so I got 64.
That is another way to handle the problem. When we did it, I explained to everybody that there's a situation where it would cause a problem, and that's when the coefficient of the squared term is not a 1. But if it is a 1, then you're okay. So your method does work. And since that was the situation, I am completely okay with that. Any others that you know of that you...
35.
43.
35 and 43. Here, let me write that down. 35, 43, what? 28.
I'll do 35.
Hold on.
26.
Alright.
Which one? 56? What was the one you had, Mr. Thatcher?
35.
Okay, I got 35, 43, 28 here. Let me show you on screen. It's
Yeah, no, I was going to do it on the board. Hey,
26.
do you remember when we multiply and divide them? The two numbers on 35? When you subtract?
Oh, yes, I will get to 35 in a minute, and then I can answer that.
Oh, like which
I'll
one
do
is
yeah,
reverse
it
and
tells
which
you
is-
if it's all the same, and when they divide, it's inverse.
It's indirect.
Direct.
Divide, it's indirect.
If they
Okay,
both-
I'll show you in a minute. Okay, 35, 43, 28, 56, 26, what else?
Life. Thanks.
We will answer the question of life.
I mean,
Uh-huh. That's actually a good question.
it is.
Yes, exactly.
It is.
It's an awesome cereal, too.
You 55.
Oh my gosh,
It's a good game.
Go ahead and get me started.
And yes, yes, yes.
I don't like light, the
You
cereal.
do 55.
It's kind of
55.
bland.
After lunch.
Mr. Boyd, you got anything for me? All right. Your friends. Okay, well, yeah. Sometimes that is in question. What?
Should make us go on the board. People learn better.
I do not.
I'll pick some for you to work out on the board, but let's do these together. Starting with question 28. Question 28, the values, these are the two coordinates, are from an inverse variation. Now, inverse variation, we remember, looks like this, y equals k over x. If you were to solve that for k, what would the equation look
Y
like?
equals KX. Right? KY X, Y equals K.
You would multiply, right? You would multiply by x on both sides, and you'd get, folks, it's just a proportion. Don't be scared. You're just cross-multiplying. All right? And that's how you get k equal to xy. So if you understand that, then it also should make sense to you that the product of these two coordinates has to equal the product of these two coordinates, because they would be equal to the same k value. So, set up a little equation.
That's cray.
It can be cray, but it's not really too cray.
You should get 24.6.
24.6, can I get a witness?
No.
No. Can I get a cheeseburger?
Really? We don't agree with this challenge?
Wait, we didn't want to have this challenge.
11.2 times 15. Mr. Krause, what'd you have?
Yeah, 24.
24 even.
11.2 times.
That's what it says on the
How did I
answer
get
sheet, so.
0.6?
I got 100.
Because you looked at the answer.
I don't know.
Why am I getting a way different number?
I'm not sure.
You're not doing it right.
Okay. Try to be encouraging. Okay, question 26. I forgot 26. Sorry.
I don't know how I got that.
Question 26. They gave me a really cool hint. My goodness, they practically did it for me. So all I had to do was take the cube root of each of these. That was an x and a 5, and carry the same sign down.
What?
Well, I'm just following their logic here. It says take the cube root of each one of those with a plus sign in between, and then square the first term, square the last term, multiply them together and take the opposite sign.
Quadratic function. Formulas.
So I'm just following their pattern. It's really quite simple. Cube root, same sign, and then you square it, multiply, and take the opposite sign.
Wouldn't it be x squared?
Yeah.
Well, x to the third is the original, and then you take the cube root.
Oh.
Okay, do you think you're close enough to see? No, okay. All right, so we started out with x cubed, and we've got to take the cube root. And when you take the cube root, you get x. Does that make sense?
Oh wait, is that one formula? Okay, yep. I
All right. Celine Dion moment. Whew.
What?
It's all coming back to her now.
Quadratic.
Okay.
Sorry, not a whole lot of Celine Dion fans out there
Obviously not.
in the world. No, all right, okay.
I really know one song.
Okay. Power of Love?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
The first one, is that easy to solve?
Yeah.
What do you get?
X cannot equal.
Cannot equal. Did he say cannot equal? Ouch.
I did. Did I stab you?
You did.
Right in the heart.
That was, yeah.
X equals -5.
Thank you. Okay. The second one can only be solved with the quadratic formula. It's not just a cologne for men. Alright? So, I said it's not just a cologne for men.
What is
The quadratic formula. If I ever develop my own cologne, that's what I'm going to call it. The quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula will actually be my logo.
You just go like actual like.
No, it will not be fudge. It will be cologne.
Thanks, Bailey.
Okay.
You should make a shirt for it. Like what you're wearing.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't move.
Take a popular clothing.
Now, you'll notice that the two solutions that I got from the quadratic formula, after we found the discriminant to be -75 and we simplified, we took the -25 out because that became the 5i, I got these two solutions. What's the relationship between these two solutions? Well, there's a plus and a minus, but what's the name of that relationship between those two?
Love.
They are conjugates, complex conjugates, thank you. All right, and they come in pairs, and this is proof that they come in pairs. Okay. If I start to move it, will you panic?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm good. I just don't remember this chapter.
All right, question 35 is the one you were talking about, sir. You need to take y over x, which would be direct variation, and then x times y. But the thing was, when I started dividing them out, y over x, who's throwing things at you?
My lovely friend Martin.
Oh, yeah.
The guy sees.
Okay.
I'll take my pencil back. Break the camera shut.
Okay. All right, yes. Stabbed him right in the eye. Ooh, ouch.
He's wearing glass.
Okay, well, we'll send him to the clinic.
I need to go to the clinic.
All right, now that we've found out that these all equaled 15 when we did the y divided by the x, we can make our conclusion that it is direct variation, and that's the equation.
Wait a minute.
I know indirect divide, I guess.
Okay,
Oh, I get it. Okay, good.
just a few moments ago, don't panic. Just a few moments ago, we talked about how inverse variation is y equals k over x. And if you solve for k, you would get the product x times y. So these two equations are identical, just written in a slightly different way. So we used that stuff in the table. I know, kids get it confused all the time because they see division right there and they're like, oh, it's inverse. And I'm like, be careful.
Is there any way they can do both?
No. Inverse
Have
and
you ever
direct.
seen one that's inverse and direct?
Well, that means as x gets bigger, y would be getting bigger and smaller at the same time.
Which is impossible.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that
Like,
one.
if I could make a sum up that's like that, I
Okay,
should get A on the
number
bottom.
one, it's probably not a function. It's going to violate the vertical line test. So, nice thought.
It's gonna violate.
Yeah, exactly.
That hurts.
Illegal.
Violating.
Yeah.
I gotta have to go.
Hey.
You can't shake your hands before graduation.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Like,
Okay.
yeah. No, you said I could.
Are you talking to me or him?
No, him.
Okay, good.
Okay. All right, there better not be a kid standing behind me. All right, because I'm going to jerk that hand back so fast. I hope there's no, I'm going to
Boom! Right
hit him in the
your
face.
lip, dude.
If you try something like that.
I'm gonna hug you.
Daily.
All right, that's fine. Okay. Try not to break my ribs
Wait, we ain't graduating.
or your hand.
Oh, and the grip.
Yeah, I want to breathe.
Help some kid down a lot.
Okay, question 43 you asked about. In this question, I would add the 324. Now, when it's got x to the fourth and x squared in it, it can be factored. Thanks. It can be factored by x squared and x squared. Sorry.
There.
She said
I was yelling at her.
yeah, she was yelling at me. Okay, now, I had to think a little bit on this. Factors of 324 that add up to 45. So I had to do a little bit of work with my calculadora.
It's called count, buddy.
Okay.
College.
Well, that's what they called it on the Dora the Explorer. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So 9 and 36 do add up to 45. Both were subtraction. Now, the cool thing is that both of these can be factored further, gentlemen.
By 3.
Right? Because these are both differences of perfect square.
Oh, okay.
So one was x plus 6, x minus 6. Hello?
Mr. Stanley already had that problem laying in mind.
Now,
Awesome.
at this point right here, stay with me, okay? Could I have stopped factoring and set these two factors equal to 0 and solved them?
Yes, you could have.
Yes.
Okay? And would I need to use the quadratic formula to solve these?
No.
And what causes me not to have to
You don't have
use
to
them?
because you're done with squaring. I mean, you
There's no what? What's
term.
missing?
Oh, linear term.
No linear term. The b value is 0, therefore there's no linear term. That's why we don't have to use quadratic formula. It is easy for me to add 36 or 9 to both sides and take a square root, and we would still get the same results.
Here you.
Okay. Try not to make those noises.
Oh.
I know. That's who I was talking to. 55. I'm not sure what I could say about this. This is the irrational root theorem. Remember the conjugates
What number is it? 5?
Yeah, you're supposed to start.
of the second, of the radical.
Okay,
Yeah, there's nothing more I can do on that.
gotcha.
I mean, that should be one of the easiest ones on the final. Seriously.
We're all gonna miss
If
it.
it's on there, yeah.
We all miss it.
Okay? Yeah, I know. Good times.
Do
Good times.
56.
I need to-
56! Voila! This is like a cooking show. You know, where I just, voila, there it is, you know? Okay, they gave me the hint right here, you're factoring the difference of perfect cubes.
I just want to see if I had it right.
Okay, so what's the cube root of 64x cubed? 4x. Okay, swag it out there.
So I get these flags.
Okay.
4.
Nice job. And then the cube root of 27.
Go ahead, look at 27.
Hurry up.
Actually, had to use your calculator.
Hurry up, we're waiting.
3.
Nice job.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, now, what do I do with each of these two things to find the first and the last?
Square 'em.
Square
Both of them
them.
and then add them.
Okay. Multiply them together, Mr. DeWitt, and then switch the sign for that middle term. They didn't ask me to do anything more. They didn't ask me to solve it. They just asked me to factor it and stop. Now, the good news for you is, what kind of test you taking?
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. He doesn't know. Okay, so multiple choice, nicely
It was
done.
like 5-word essay.
The answers will all be factors. Okay, stop messing things up.
You just had
And writing inappropriate words by erasing things.
Ooh, we're circling.
I can see you doing that. Yeah, we know that. Okay.
We're just trying to make sure the grammar is correct.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You had a comma splice up there.
Comma splice.
There's no comments.
There was, but
You're an idiot.
I didn't put it up there.
Nah, I saw one right.
That was not me. That was not me.
When is our final?
Why would I do that?
Because you don't know that.
Tuesday?
Well, you know me so well there. I mean, there are things I don't know, but I think I could figure that one out.
Oh, for Breeze.
Right.
You're...
I didn't do that. My fourth period decided to
Don't stop believing.
do that. Right.
We talked about this the other day. Where were you?
Oh,
I wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah, it was.
It couldn't have been.
It was.
I know Fab and Sharpness was. I was there.
Okay. Do you have any others that you want to see?
What do you just go over?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't want to see him. But I don't have a choice. You spelled theorem wrong.
He did.
Did I?
Did I? How was that? Theorem.
How do you spell theorem?
O-E-R-O-M.
What are you doing?
Theorem. There you go.
That doesn't look
Okay.
right.
They-
That's not right.
It's not right either.
How do you spell theorem?
You guys have not looked it up in a book ever? Oh boy.
E-O-R-E-M.